sunrise, new day's dawning, and it's calling you and me, where the mighty Mississippi flows by Memphis, Tennessee. We've got woodlands, fields, and water. Hey, there is no better way. You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Make some time, take a family, ask a friend, but don't delay. Listen up and learn about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Listen up and learn about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Good Saturday morning and welcome to another edition of the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Brought to you proudly by Sportsman's Warehouse, Counts Marine, the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency, and Avery Superstore.
Now, here's your host, Larry Ray.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome to Outdoors with Larry Ray as we close in just about a month away from our 18th anniversary on the air. 18 years.
Can you believe that?
I cannot believe
I
it.
can't either.
When we sat in that dungeon, me and Brother Darrell over here, Gene Smith, who is back-to-back Gene, and then, of course, this is first Saturday, which means that we had Gene Smith on fifth Saturday, and we bring Gene Smith back for first Saturday, which means that is 1 and 5 is 6.
Yes, it is.
So,
and Brother Darrell's on the other way.
And he is Dave Gabbard, our co-host, is in the hitherland. So
I am truly outdoors.
You are truly outdoors. Tell us where you are.
Well, we're at the present time. I'm sitting under a big shade tree on the
You
bank of Cordell Hull Lake, watching. The sun's done come up about an hour now.
That's right.
But drinking a cup of coffee, watching. I'm right on the dividing line of the territory of two great blue herons who don't get along with
All
one
right.
another.
Yeah.
So you're camping. Tell the folks.
Yeah,
You're
we're
sitting there
camping
in a
up
chair.
here.
Yeah, you and your wife, and who else? Who's there with you?
Me and my wife and my son and his family and my daughter and her family and my sister-in-law and and her family.
Can you get all those? Can you get all those people in one RV? I mean, I just wondered.
No, we've got 4. We kind of look like a gypsy camp down here on the point of a nice campground. But
4 RVs.
Yeah,
I mean that's so you're roughing it, huh? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm roughing it under that air conditioner every night.
Well, that's what I figured. But hey, we got a special guest because I wanted to get him in here because I don't know if Nick Getsky. He is the manager at the Avery Superstore. Good morning, Nick.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
I just ran across something, Nick, and maybe you might know about Bandit is now getting in the fishing shirts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I just found that out with Realtree.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
It's going to be a good partnership.
Yeah, and they're going to have it. They're going to really announce it at ICAST next week in Orlando, where our man Ron Wong, he just left yesterday by pony as he was heading down to Orlando. But we're going to talk to Nick about some things going on. You think, well, summertime is what's going on at Avery? This is full time. Nick knows that there's always something going on, and now we've got the shirts to talk about, but we're also going to talk about July's a good time to prepare for winter things, I think.
Absolutely. It's the lull of the year. As long as you got air conditioning in your garage, you're good to go.
And you got air conditioning down there, don't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you got a generator in case it goes off, too, right?
Just in case, backup.
Yeah. Hey, and we want to wish happy anniversary to our good friend Alan Hughes and his wife. 3 years. I see where they've he looks so happy.
Yes.
I'm so glad for Alan. And happy anniversary out there, Alan. And but we're going to talk to Nick in the second segment. This segment, we got lots of things going on, Dave. And
yeah, I have one question. You know, Ron goes down to that ICAST every year.
Yes.
Is that his version of Comic Con or something? What character does he go at?
It's like going to Sam's Superstore for Ron, okay? But it's all fishing. Of course, the SHOT Show comes in the summer, and that's the big show for all of us hunters and things along that line.
Now, SHOT Show's in January.
I mean, in January. I don't know why I say summer. I got heat on my mind here. In January,
July.
In Vegas. They'll have that, but no, the ICAST is. I've been to two of the ICAST, and I can't imagine trying to see it all. So next week's show, Bill Cooksey and Ron Wong will be at ICAST. We will have straight reports from ICAST on all the new products. We're going to throw in that new banded fishing apparel. We're going to talk to them about that as it comes along. But today's show, I tell you what, we're going to start it off with Nick here talking about what's going on at the Superstore. We've got pro bass angler Robert Walzer, who just won his 13th. Did you hear that? 13 BFL win. That ties the record. He may have broken it since then. I don't know. You've got to listen to his story about how many tournaments he's won in the last 18 months. And then we're going to switch up to Kentucky Lake, where it's a nice, cool 148, I guess, on the water. But Steve McAdams, who's been guiding, he and Methuselah were partners at one time. He's been guiding over 40 years at Kentucky Lake. We're going to talk to Steve. And then we have a special guest coming on right at 7 o'clock or 6:30, 7 o'clock, 7:30 for you folks, whether you're in Brownsville or whether you're in Jackson, with charter boat captain Michael Perry. Now, you'll say, why in the world are we talking to a charter boat captain out of Hilton Head, South Carolina? Well, I used to duck hunt with Michael when he was 12 years old.
All right.
And Michael's daddy sent me a black and white photograph of me and Michael and Steve McAdams and Steve's dog. I'm not sure what the dog's name was. And Nick, you would not believe the camo we had on in 1990.
Oh, it's coming back.
It's everything comes back.
Yeah.
It's like an old tie, you know. But
Probably military.
Yeah, I didn't realize I had that much dark hair back in those days. And but yeah, we're going to talk to Michael, and who better to fill the show out with the number one female pistol shooter in the world, and probably the most famous and most photographic of all of them. Is Jessie.
The Queen of Steel.
That's the Queen of Steel, from cowboy action to right now. Is Jessie Harrison. And we're going to close today's show out, if everything goes right in Radio Land, with the one and only Jessie Harrison. She's from the Taurus shooting team. She is the captain of the Taurus shooting team. And then, of course, we're going to give Gene Smith time to relax after last week when we it was really good, Dave. I wish you could have been in studio last week, because Gene was speechless for a while, and then the jokes started to flow.
It was good. It was good.
There was more one-liners in last week's show than we've had from Gene Smith in 18 years, I think.
He taught Henny Youngman, everything.
Henny Youngman.
Take my wife, please.
I remember Henny Youngman. That really makes me. Nick probably said, who is Henny Youngman? That's a little bit before my time back then and everything. But, hey, we're going to have fun on today's show. We're going to have educational information and talk to Nick here about what's going on at Avery. We appreciate all of our sponsors, and say hello to all you folks out in Brownsville who listen to us on 1520 AM and 95.3, and a great audience in Jackson, Tennessee, on News Talk 101.5, and of course right here in Memphis is ESPN 790. And Dave, that's not Rand.
I think you got a cold.
That's not Rand in the background, is it? Your
no,
wife?
that's my neighbor's dog out there barking at.
Your neighbor's dog. You got 4 families there. I mean, this is somebody in another RV.
And it's a pretty big campground. My neighbor, he's high tech. He's got a big screen TV with a satellite dish over there. They sit out in the afternoon and
you don't have that?
Watch TV.
You don't have that?
I don't have I don't have a big screen. I've got a little screen, but I don't even turn it on.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a little button. There's a little button and a little remote that you have that turns it on in case you didn't
I'd much rather be sitting here on the bank watching all the wildlife and
Amen.
the bass boats going up the creek, you know,
That's
to
right.
get an early start.
You can watch TV at home.
I don't know if I've ever been to Cordell Hull Lake. That's one of the few lakes that I don't think I've been to. I know Smith Lake down there, and I know some other areas south of the interstate, but this is north, right? This is
It's north of the interstate. It's north of, you go past on the other side of Nashville, past Lebanon, and get off at the. If the exit number, it's 258 exit.
It's a Carthage, isn't it?
Yeah, you go through Carthage, and
okay, well,
it's probably 5 or 6 miles out of Carthage. The part of it's called Defeated Creek. One of the big creeks that come off of it.
Oh, okay. All right. But it's a good fishing lake. I've heard a lot of things about it. And
I'll tell you a quick fishing story.
You better tell it quick
because
Nick's ready to roll on this next segment. Okay.
All
right.
He's got him a bait casting reel.
Okay.
And he's 11.
Okay.
And it takes a kind of you got to get used to throwing a bait casting.
Right.
Well, sure you do. Even at my age.
Get him tuned up and make sure everything, the weight, matches the. Everything's got to match up and everything, so you don't get that big bird's nest on there.
Yep.
So I showed him how to rig up a plastic worm, and he was fishing the other morning, and it's kind of a grass mat out there, and he threw it. Finally got the hang of casting it and cast on the other side. I said, okay, skip it across that grass mat.
Yeah.
And when it gets to the other side, just quit and let it fall straight down.
And he did that. And, he followed it.
And ended up with a 2-pound bass.
All right. Yes. Okay. Well, too bad you don't have a camera to take a picture of that. No, I'm sure you'd have taken many. All right, let's take a break. Dave Goward is at Cordell Hull.
I'm going to go get me another cup of coffee.
Get a cup of coffee. Gene Smith is in here, and Nick Getsky is coming up. We're going to talk a little bit about Avery Superstore. That's on Outdoors with Larry Ray. We'll be right back.